empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. I say no. I say no. Captain, you tell me what to do. The Saint Lucia, in her day of sailing, she was a friend, a true friend to one and all. And in her day, she sailed majestically. No government doing bubble. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now she don't have money. We have to beg Joffrey. Labor boys don't share, none of them care. We must vote them out, I declare. Captain, the ship is sinking. Bubble. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. We don't know. You tell me what to do. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing. Suffering going on too long. Kenny must be blamed for all her failures. Labor must be blamed for doing us wrong. Now please remember, I'm warning you, we can't take 5 more years with this crew to hold the keys to her vault. Cause we know who's at fault. So it's up to you, it's up to we, to give this ship to you, WP. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty.
Greetings to all. Welcome to Caribbean American News Media Platform. Greetings to all our viewers, our listeners over on YouTube, also on our Facebook page. We are coming to you live in HD quality, and we are broadcasting here on our platform over in New York, and we have some breaking news that we got to bring to you urgently. It just came to our news desk that Marvin Charles was arrested by Mico police officers. We are following that breaking news. Just bear with me. We are soon going to be hooking up with someone over in St. Lucia that will give us an update on developments there. Please stay tuned to us as we bring to you live this special program here tonight. We do apologize for the blurry vision. That's going to be fixed shortly, but share the live quickly. We are on with breaking news, and that is Marvin Charles was arrested just moments ago by Mico police. We will give you more details as we just get on to our news desk here on the platform. All right, so bear with us. We are here with you. Please share the live as we break this news to you, our listeners.
The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? I say no. I say no. Team labor will have to go. I say no. I say no. Mama, we don't want them no more. I say no.
Just bear with us as we get visual up and running. We have a little technical issue here that we got to fix. We got to remove our autofocus on our platform so that we can keep you informed with the news development here on in studio. Again, we are breaking news, and that is Marvin Charles have been arrested by the Miku police just moments ago. Just bear with me again. Please share the live as we bring to you a live update on the issues. Share the live. Let folks know that this is where we are. Those of you who are logging in through our media platform on YouTube, on Facebook, thank you for being here with us. And so I'm going to take one call and then I will be back with you. Please stay tuned as we bring to you live coverage there in St. Lucia. Bear with us, folks. All right, folks, we are back. I am sure that issue was rectified. I would try not to have a lot of movement because our broadcast, it is a new piece of system there, and it needs to be set. So we do apologize for the blurry vision here on the platform. Folks, welcome to Caribbean American News. We have sad breaking news. Marvin Charles was arrested earlier before this broadcast. Before we came on live, just bear with me. I am getting stuff, so folks, you got to just bear with me. We're going to speak on very important matter that we got to broadcast to you, all right? Just bear with me. For those of you who did not get my signal, I do apologize. I was trying to gather information at the same time, be accurate with what I say to you, our people. So, yes, my friends, Marvin Charles arrested earlier before we got on set there by the Miku police. And here is some of the reasons that we are hearing now. Let's get the live up to our 100 mark, and then we shall broadcast the program tonight, all right? I'm not sure if there is other lives on tonight. If it is Tuesday night, it is Caribbean American News night, and so I'm expecting the night to be free by our Flabo people, you know. This is a schedule that we have had for a few years. I think it's 2 years now. And so let's ask persons to come on over to the platform and let's get to work, all right? Please, I put a lot of work into getting the set ready, getting us up, and I'm expecting that, you know, we get that support. So I'm doing 100 things at the same time, so just bear with me. Tonight we're having a technical issue with one of our main cameras. Just bear with me. That camera is auto-adjusting, and so we will do our best to control that. I'm going to clear the set of all other any other items that are running. We're going to clear that system, so that we can broadcast to you live tonight. Okay, so I'm going to clear the set. I'm going to clear it as much as I can, so we will not have the low bandwidth that we're experiencing at this time. I am cleaning the setup, which means that I will have to take some time to put it back together at the appropriate time. But greetings, my friends. Greetings. We are going to start the program now. We're up to 100 viewers, and so we're going to be broadcasting now. We're going to be getting into the development. The camera will adjust itself. I'm sure at some point the main camera is not functioning like it should. And so we will get it up. Yes, as you can see, do you see that? Yes, it's gone very blurry, but it's going to be back. It's going to be back. It's going to be back. All right. It's going to be back up and running. I have done my best to clear as much as I can on our main motherboard so that we can facilitate the broadcast tonight. We have cleared it a great deal, and so we are expecting that main camera to function efficiently for the night. Let's do one more setting here, and then we will take off. All right. So how we can adjust it, the resolution. We will not touch it, or we will knock the entire system off. Let's just wait for it to auto adjust. It's like abracadabra, but we'll get there. All right. Okay. Let me just do one more thing to ensure that we have adjusted. Yes, as you can see, it is the camera auto adjusting to me. Yes, so I got to reset it so that it will not do what it is doing at this point. Okay, let's get that up. Let's get it going. Yes. Okay, but while the camera gets itself together, let's talk. Yes, as I said earlier, Marvin Charles was arrested by the Mico police, and we are hearing that he was arrested because a report was made that he allegedly said some things about somebody, and so he was arrested. This is what we're hearing at our news desk, that someone called from the community who've been back and forth with him. They give him parole. He give back parole, and it was reported to the Mico police, and Charles was arrested by the police. And I'm trying to wrap my mind around what, the whole idea of somebody reports to the police that somebody said something about me that is not true. And so the police goes, arrests that person, sees their laptop, and all of it sounds crazy to me, and I'm going to get into it, and I wish somebody who's a police officer in St. Lucia can call the line. We're going to open the line right away. It is 929-586-1821, and we really want to know if that is how things happen in St. Lucia, where two political people are having back and forth. One is giving the other parole, and then, bam, they call the police, and the police goes, arrest that person, seize their laptop, and have them sitting there at the police station. I am not sure if that's the procedure. I am not sure if that's how it works in St. Lucia. But this is a matter, if that is exactly what we're hearing, it means, friends, that there is a major problem. There's a major problem there on the island of St. Lucia, and we have now crossed a line by law enforcement, and so we will wait for clarity on the matter. And again, folks, I am saying to you that we are having this breaking news there from Mico that Brother Charles was arrested. Okay, was arrested by the Mico police people. Bear with me. Let me see if I can get another camera up. I really don't appreciate this one. So just give me a minute, folks. All right, so we're hoping first time we're having this issue. The devil is very busy, and so we will continue with the broadcast. So let's go back to the Miku police station. So this is what we are hearing, folks. What we are hearing right now is that, and it seems like it is from reliable sources, that some person in the community reported Mr. Charles to the police. The police went, arrested him based on the allegation of him saying something about somebody that was not right. And so he was arrested and his laptop was taken from him. So we await clarification. We await calls from you, our people. We really want to know how this works in St. Lucia. Is this how you guys normally do things on the island legally? That somebody just report that, hey, he said this about me, he called me a thief and I'm not a thief, and so the police goes, arrests you and take your laptop away from you. If that's how it works in St. Lucia, then I am saying we have a problem. We have a problem. Huh? Yes, we have a big problem. Huh? Yes. Now there's some messages I'm getting over there. So I'm just trying to read them as we connect here on the platform. And as I said to you, our system, it will auto adjust. What happened? The main light, I took it off. And so the system is now struggling for focus. All right. So let me just take this message and then I will bring to you, I'll give you my undivided attention. Okay. So please enjoy the music as we.
This is an SOS from the St. Lucia. Help! Help! SOS! SOS! Mayday! Mayday! The St. Lucia, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with a good old captain named Sir John Compton. For years, sailed smooth and free. But sadly, Sir John Compton passed away. His team lost election that day, and the mantle passed over to Kenny and Team Labour. My blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold my head when I say that ball. If you hear him, Captain, the ship is sinking.
Okay, I believe I got the issue. It was not the camera that I was blaming. I believe it was me. But let's just look at it and see if I got it once and for all. Okay. So yes, my friend. So that is what we the information that we are receiving. I'm actually waiting for at least 2 or 3 calls to confirm what we are hearing. There in St. Lucia. Again, we are reporting to you, for those of you who just joined our live, that Mr. Marvin Charles, was picked up by local police officers there in Poale. He is at the Miku police station right now. He was arrested earlier before we got on set. And based on what I am hearing, I would need clarification from the local police whether that's the procedure, that's how you do stuff. Somebody report, will they, somebody can call on any one of us, any one of you in St. Lucia and say, well, you told a lie on me. You lie on me, you spread a rumor on me, and the police comes, arrests you, take your laptop, And that is going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem if that is exactly what took place there in St. Lucia, in Micoud. If that is how it took place, then I would say we have a major problem in the country. And the police will have to clarify so that there would not be speculation or speculating by the people of St. Lucia on this matter. I believe this is going to be a massive overreach at a bridge of the law if one can be arrested for a neighbor come in and say, look, he cussed my mother. Look, he said I'm a thief. He queer moi voler. And so the police just gets into their vehicle and run to a house and pick you up and while they're there, take your laptop. If that is what we are hearing, and again, and if it is true, then my friends, the floodgates of hell have just been opened. And so what I will do and that's the truth. Somebody just send something to me here. And it's true, if you're having a back and forth between two persons, a neighbor, two persons in the community, it become, yes, a civil matter where the advice of the police should be, okay, he said something bad about you. He said that you are a thief. He said that you are ugly. Then you can take him to court and settle it in the courts. But as police, we can just ask you guys, for peace sake, to just stop and cool off, go to the law, and talk to your lawyers and get your lawyer letters out. But we cannot just arrest an individual based on a report that he said something about me and it is not true. If there is more to that situation in Micoud, well, we will need clarity on it so that we will not speculate at this time. And it is the truth. Police ought not to get involved in civil matters unless it is to prevent a breach of peace or enforce an order of the court or execute a warrant. However, do this all, as a matter of fact, they do this all the time. Right. So, somebody got orders to pick up Charles, and we await clarification because just listening to the story, that the man a report was made, not that he stole something there in Micoud or he threatened to kill an individual. Based on what we are hearing, and we are subject to correction. And I heard it was cops with guns. So the police shows up with force, guns, and everything because there's a terrorist that they're coming for. They're afraid for their life. So, folks, I hope you appreciate what I'm saying to you. And this is breaking news, by the way. Mr. Marvin Charles, have been picked up by police officers moments ago and is in police custody at this time. As we speak, it's alleged that a report was made by an individual whom Charles have been back and forth with in the Micoud community, and that person reported to the police I believe, and this is what we are hearing. And folks, bear with me. We're having some issues with our online platform. It will be adjusted soon. Just bear with us. We will get our camera situated. That's one of our cameras. It's malfunctioning, and it's the first time it just started happening as we get on set tonight, and so there is no real way for me to get it fixed while I am on the set. I will have to be cutting off, playing the music, coming back. So just bear with us as we get a better camera. I'm hoping we can get a better camera up so that it can aid you in viewing the program like you would always do in HD quality. Yes, look, it's gone again. Yes. So it's the autofocus, I believe, that's on the system, and it is picking up some other objects, and it is trying to focus on the other object. So if you give me one more second, I'm going to do my best to do two things: to adjust it again, and also I am going to try to touch base with someone over there in Miko. All right. So let's give it one more try so that we can get some quality into the broadcast.
This is an SOS from the St. Lucia. Help! Help! SOS! SOS! Mayday! Mayday! The St. Lucia, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with a good old captain named Sir John Compton. For years, sailed smooth and free, but sadly Sir John Compton passed away.
Okay, folks.
He lost election that day and the mantle passed.
All right, so I did something there. Let's hope that it worked this time. I saw something automatic focus, so I'm sure that was rectified. But let's go back there on that situation, folks. That is the breaking news. Mr. Charles have been arrested by local police in St. Lucia. All right? Okay. We do apologize for our focus issue. Let me see here. Okay, we're getting some information. Police. Okay. All right, so we waited one or two calls. We're still having the focus issue, but we're going to be having some calls coming in very shortly. Not by the Laros cops, but by regular cops. It's a serious matter. I touched base with two individuals earlier, and I'm hoping that we can get that call coming in shortly from an official there in St. Lucia. And we're calling for the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to help us not to speculate by giving us some guidance on the matter. Again, we're hearing that Mr. Charles was picked up by police in St. Lucia earlier today as a result of a report that was made against him that he said something that was not true about an individual in Miko, and so he was arrested. His laptop was taken away from him, and I am sure we will get more information as the night unfolds here on the platform. All right, now let me go over to another news clip that we are following, and we are still waiting on Marvin. We are still waiting for information on Mr. Charles. I sent some messages over to some individuals. We'll get the clarity. And I believe those of you who are on the platform, you would want to know what is happening. You'd want to know everything is all right over there in Micoud, because if what we're hearing is true, then St. Lucians, you have everything to be afraid of. You have everything to be afraid of. All right? And we await more of this story as we break this news tonight to you on this platform, Caribbean American News Media Network. While we wait an update out of the Micoud police station, we're waiting for further updates there in Micoud. Yes, my friends, I'm having an issue with one monitor. I'm having an issue with one of the cameras. I did not set up the other 3 cameras. As you can see, this one is not the right camera, and the main camera, it is malfunctioning at this time. Ever since I did the event there in Queens, I started getting these issues with this main camera, and it is very sad. All right, I'm very, very sad. I am hoping to get this situation rectified, and that's why I'm asking you folks to please support the platform with your lives. Use the Buy Me a Book feature, whatever it takes. Please support the platform. It is always okay for you to do so. These programs can no longer be sustained free of charge. We must be able to upgrade and to update our softwares and our system. As you can see, we have in a failing camera. One of our monitors have been fried at the event there in Brooklyn, in Queens, New York. All right, so we're hoping again that we have this problem rectified. Let's go over to one of the Panama account issue. We'll come back to the child's situation there. I'm sure persons are gathering information, and we will make it available to you tonight on this platform. All right, so let us just keep focus, and we will bring to you all these developments as they unfold. I believe, I am sure that there will be a legal team in place to assist in this matter. It sounds like a breach of his constitutional rights as a St. Lucian, and we will do our best. Thank you, those who are sending in the stars. Really appreciate it. It will help us to get those cameras and everything rectified. All right, this camera has been going, and I suspect it is time for us to get it. But we let's just look at, before we go over to Taipei, that is Taiwan. Let us look at that Micoud police station. I believe that's the same Micoud station that it's alleged that the guy who was killed, chopped by the individual, made a report to the Micoud police station. That same station, I believe. And what we're hearing, and it's alleged that the police said to that dead man while he was alive to go back to that area, I believe, where he was threatened. And we saw what happened. The man lost his life. He was not protected by law enforcement. Here now we're hearing from the same Micoud station that a report was made against Marvin Charles, that he said something or whatever. It's alleged, all right? It's alleged that he said something about an individual, a woman in the community, and the police went and he was arrested based on that report that he said something about me that was not true. And so he was arrested. His personal laptop was taken away from him. And it would be nice to know if the police had a search warrant. one, to enter his home; two, to remove his personal laptop from that property. And what do you want with his laptop, if that is true? So there's a whole set of questions behind the that situation there with Marvin Charles in Micoud. And just like we did with Denry, we will stick on the story and ensure that there is enough clarity there from the Micoud police station. There is something, yes, it is fragile, and there is a thin line to thread. There is something that is called freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of speech. Yes, with freedom of speech comes responsibility, but there are also laws that protect individuals in the country. And so we await this unfolding story. We await a statement from law enforcement in St. Lucia on the matter. One is, was there a warrant? Why was he arrested? Why was his laptop confiscated? Was all procedures followed there in St. Lucia with the arrest of Mr. Charles? What is it all about? And those are the stories that we would want to know. All right? Is it true? Was there a report by an individual, a female in the community, that Charles had an issue with, and vice versa? Both of them had issues. Is that the case? We await. We await the information, and again, the police will, I'm sure, clarify the matter. We are speculating right now, as far as I'm concerned, and we would love for there to be a statement made on this matter. Just bear with me, folks. All right, so there are persons who are working on clarifying the matter. I am going through that information right now. It seems to me that the police commissioner was informed on the matter. Just bear with me, folks, as I bring to you this breaking news. So he was picked up about after 6 p.m. today. Please bear with me, folks. He was picked up after 6 p.m. And we're going to see if he's going to be held overnight at that facility. Okay. All right. So there are persons who are working feverishly to get this thing rectified. And it appears that he's going to be there for the night. Yes, he's going to be there for the night. So further information will be given to us okay, confirmation. Further information will be given to us tomorrow, but in the meantime, it seems like he's going to be sleeping there for the night, folks. This is something that we got to watch. We got to watch this new development. Surprisingly. So if someone can call us, someone who is close to the matter, call us and let us know, confirm to us that what we're seeing here on the platform is true. For some reason tonight, our system is not cooperating with us, but I am sure we can take calls through the audio system here at Caribbean American News. Our visual system is malfunctioning. One of the main backup cameras, it is in Brooklyn, not here with me. The other two, they are focused in different angles, so I can't move them so that I can use them effectively. As you can see, this one here, on the side view, there is a little box in the center of my face, and that is a special monitor there to keep that thing together. And so that's not going to be a good camera for us. So we are stuck here with our main buddy, and that's my big boy. I've had him for a few years now, maybe 3 or 4 years, and he has been functioning with grace and mercy. So I wonder, this camera has done his best for us on the platform. Everything has a life, So right now it is acting up. And folks, if you permit me, right, I'm going to make one call before I actually move forward with the program, because I'm really concerned, that's the truth, about this situation there in Mico with Marvin Charles. I'm a little concerned, and I'm going to have you to bear with me. I don't want you to go to bed tonight without information, and so I'm going to have someone to at least get me some information so we can present to you tonight, so you would know. I know Marvin some of you are very close to him and stuff like that. So let me just get the information for you so that you can at least rest easy. Stay tuned to the platform, folks. You're on to Caribbean American News Media. We will be back.
The bill of this complex and all we are to catch the folks behind the dry river. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And wastefulness. The airport was to finish years ago. As far as I see, like it's on go slow. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And pompousness. But let me go and so ring the bell. Comrade, ring the bell. Who ain't going to jail, they're going to hell. Ring the bell. Comrade, ring the bell. While we catch the tail, you doing well. Ring the bell. Comrade, ring the bell. This time, man, we bound to break that bell. Ring the bell, comrade, ring the bell. We planning to give you a groundswell. I said to ring the thing, just ring the thing, just ring. And say you feel she bust. Before you blink your eye, case Nally plus. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And worthlessness. Michelle Andrews didn't tell no lie. You jam the poor girl hard until she cry. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And nastiness. And you fire Otto son. He have no job. Like you want the man to push drugs, thief or rob. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And viciousness. But let me go, sister. Ring the bell. Come right, ring the bell. Who ain't going to prison? Going to hell. Ring the bell. Come right, ring the bell. While we catch the tail, you doing well. Ring the bell. Come right, ring the bell. This time, man, we bound to break that spell. Ring the bell, comrade, ring the bell. Vincent Chance go give you a ground swell. As to ring the thing, just ring the thing, just ring. There we go. You take away poor Marcus' property. And you wouldn't pay the man the damn money. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And wickedness. Look at how you're treating Big and Big. You're treating Vincent Chance like they are pigs. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. I never see more mess. And wickedness.
Okay, folks. Yes, I am back. It looked like the quality is a little better, but where did we see that? I'm reading a statement there on Facebook, and someone said here that did he kill anyone? Why overnight? It seems to me Dale was lucky. Marvin is a poor man. They will do what they want with him. And somebody said there's no place for bubble in this world. Cletus, I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm sure you would have done a lot of bubble in your life. So remember, bubble and corruption comes in different forms. So be very careful how you accuse people of bubble. All right. So I'm going to block you because I really don't want this kind of energy on our platform. So please, please don't disrespect our live. We do not go under any live and disrespect it. I personally, this morning, I was on the NBC for the first time in a long time. Very interesting program they had tonight, where the callers and the folks there from the Labour Party were complaining of some issues that all St. Lucians are complaining about, whether they're Labour Party or UWP. And I heard the UWP championing most of those concerns early in the game. And now you have right on NBC, the morning program with Jaim, you have a lot of these concerns. And they're saying, look, you guys got to shape up. You guys got to do certain things, because we are hurting out here. We are hurting. Things are not good at all. And so if you're not listening to the people, then you will feel. So for this person to come here and, you know, under my platform, this secret platform, and doing what you're doing, I would say to you, don't blight yourself. Please exit if you cannot respectfully sit under the live and have a serious conversation. If you can't do that, I'm really not in that type of mood, and I would permanently remove you. I'm not going to temporarily ban you. I'm going to ban you completely from this platform. All right? I'm not going to suspend you. I'm going to ban you from the page. Yeah, I'm not going to put up with that, all right? One of our soldiers have been arrested, and you may not like him. Whatever it is, well, it can happen to you. It can happen to your family too. You have a disagreement. You have an argument. You all know you all do it. You have a little row, something that the police should advise to go in court and deal with it. Then they get in and they take you and arrest you, take your laptop and have you there for the night. And that might have been enough punishment for you in their mind, that they have you overnight in a cell. It might be enough embarrassment. Sometimes the whole idea of doing that is to just embarrass you. And so if that is what our citizens go through, if that happened here in New York, where somebody go and report to the NYPD that Garfield is saying something about me on Facebook, and you know, the NYPD, you think the NYPD would leave where they are and come up here and arrest me just because I am saying something about somebody in Brooklyn? I mean, the NYPD have no time to waste. They will say to you, it's a civil matter. Take that to court. We're not going to come up there and bring guns and everything and surround you like you're a bandit, like you're going to do something to us. We're not going to do that. We don't have time to waste on that. We have bigger crimes in our communities, in our society that we got to fix. Huh? All right. So let's just read it. I got something just came in here. Oh, so folks, some of these stories that I am reading here privately, if these things are true, and they can be rumored, it can be a lot of hearsay, he say, she say, but if that is the truth, brethren, stay with me here. If that is the truth, then we would have a major policing issue in the country of St. Lucia. I am saying to you, if this is true, what I'm hearing, friends, St. Lucia has become a very scary place for me and for anybody else to hang around. Huh? Because we speak a lot here about the issues, about what is happening in the country. And there are people who genuinely don't like us. Although I got a call from a Labour friend of mine, and she said to me, I was looking for you. I didn't see you at the town hall meeting. You know? I mean, I take her to be genuine. Right? But what I am saying is that there are people out there who, because of your position, what you are saying, who you are speaking against, if they don't like you, the possibility is there that they can call the police, they can cook up some stories on you, and get you in a very bad place. And I'll say to you, in this matter, if Charles is found to be innocent, if he is found to be innocent, I would say that you got to brace yourself, St. Lucia, for a major shake-up in policing on the island. Because if one citizen is not safe from police being, and I'm not saying they're being weaponized, but if our police force are being weaponized and our legal system are being weaponized against citizens for political reasons, then, folks, you got to understand, I'm taking my time to say what I'm saying because this is serious stuff. What I am saying to you, it is very serious. Huh? Yep. So, I mean, a lot of questions there to I'm not saying that Mr. Charles is innocent or guilty or not guilty. I don't know the full story. But based on what is being said, and I know there's a lot of emotions flying around and people are concerned and, they will say things. I will not go there. I would not go there, but I would warn that our police force should not be weaponized against its citizens. Miss Daniel Polias, let's just hold for information. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's not rush into anything as yet. We're going to wait and gather the right information, and then we can come out. And I'm sure that our next program is going to be one that is not going to be easy. For some reason, earlier today, let me just look at Charles's site, and I'm going to share something with you. Let me just share this with you, all right? Just bear with me. Let me, because I think earlier his site was blocked. His site was blocked by Facebook. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get over to his. And it says here, and that was 4 hours ago on Impact No Bias No Bull. And the statement here is, and I quote, Jeremiah Norbert, if you had anything to do with those guys from La Pointe coming to take down the Chasse billboard, I am telling you there is more to come. Not letting it slide. So apparently what is happening there on this post is that Charles is complaining that his billboard that was placed there in Mico was removed. Yeah? So he's complaining that it was removed. And I'm going to quote it again, and this is 4 hours ago. Jeremiah Norbert, if you had anything to do with those guys from La Pointe coming to take down the Chasse billboard, I'm telling you there is more to come, not letting it slide. So that was one of the posts from him that's on his page earlier. So, folks, we do not have the information. Yes, I got some updates from very important people earlier, but I still want to be cautious. I still want to be cautious there, but still there is room for us to be concerned about policing and the rights of citizens in the country. Now, if Charles was arrested because he had a case and the court ordered him to do certain things, or he was asked not to do certain things and he did it, and the court intervened, sends the police over to arrest him, well, that's legal. But if, in fact, and I am saying if, in fact, the report is true, that one lady reported him because they're back and forth between them, and he was arrested, and his laptop was taken away, then I would believe that we have a major issue. We have every reason to be concerned. And I know this one is not going to just slide. This one will not just slide. Yes, no one is above the law. But I am sure this one will not slide. All right? Okay, so let's go over to, and those of you who send stars, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's go over to the Panama account situation there just for a few minutes, folks. The lines are open. The lines are open. So for those of you who can read on the screen, it says Panama account, and this is from Taipei's Times. This is from one of the newspaper there in Thailand. Most of you would have heard of the accusation by the Prime Minister of St. Lucia and Mr. Anthony concerning the then United Workers' Party administration under the leadership of Alan Chasney, accusing him of embezzling money or siphoning or channeling monies into private account. All right? And before we read from the Taipei's Times, I believe that it was irresponsible. For me, I believe it was irresponsible. Now, for the hacks, I will say to you, I'm entitled to be here. I'm entitled to speak. I'm entitled to share my opinion, just like you are entitled to share your opinion. And this is my opinion looking in to the matter, the Taipei's account. The Prime Minister came on What Makes Me Mad on HTS, and he accused the former government of siphoning money or channeling money away from government account into private account in Panama. And then he said, well, I'm not going to say much. I am not saying, I am not, but I'm looking into it. Did you speak to the people in the finance department, which you are the head of? No, I haven't done it. I'm looking into it. I just saw the document. Where did you just saw the document? Did the document fall out of the sky? Did the document just slip from under a table? How did you just see the document? How did you see it? Yes, the documents would have come from, I'm sure, the finance department. So before, Mr. Prime Minister, you made a statement, open statement on the matter. Did you do any investigations? Did you call anyone? Did you ask any questions? Did you call the permanent secretaries, persons who would have a knowledge of that document or that deal? Did you ask your friend, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Stevenson King? He would have been the best person to ask, seeing that he was in the last administration. So, you did not ask him. You did not ask the people in finance. You did not speak at the time, based on the information that we're receiving. You did not speak to the ambassador for Taiwan. Yes, you did not speak to him until you realize that you just open a can of worms that would eat out at the financial channels for St. Lucia. Huh? So then you call the ambassador and you say, oh, yeah, we just wanted information. We're not accusing, we're not really accusing y'all. We're just trying to be transparent. We're just trying to figure out. I just saw the document in my office and we just wanted to know. But you have already said to the St. Lucian people that basically there are monies that are missing, monies that was paid into some private account, and then someone said, well, Chasney has an account in Panama. And so you have now led an entire country into speculation. Huh? Because you deliberately, and that's why I heard your own people on NBC saying this morning, stop just throwing pieces of things out. If you think that there is a problem, channel that situation to the right authorities. If you think, and by the way, you should have gotten advice from your Minister of External Affairs. You should have asked your External Affairs Minister to speak to the ambassador, speak to the people from Taiwan, because they have been financing a lot of projects in St. Lucia, even under your administration. And I'm going to name some of those projects. So we have the Union Roundabout, $1.7 million, and that is by the same OECC that they're accusing the government, former government of St. Lucia, of having some undercover deals with. You understand how serious this is, folks? So we have the Union Roundabout project, $1.7 million, done by the Taiwanese through the OECC in Panama. They're not saying that to you, right? We also have SLASPA, $175 million for the airport project in Viewfort. The same OECC. Same group. Same channels. Huh? We have 1 million EC dollars from the Taiwanese to the distress fund in St. Lucia. We have 5,000 laptops through the Taiwanese government. The same laptop that you are boasting about. The very same laptops that you are boasting that you gave to the Church of St. Lucia came from Taiwan, the Taiwanese government. Not the St. Lucia Labour Party government. It came from the Taiwanese government. And people are singing, "You are the wind beneath my wings." So in other words, you have such a relationship. The government of St. Lucia, both past and present, have been receiving support. Brethren, and this is just half of the support that St. Lucians are getting from the Taiwanese, you know. Scholarships. My niece is in Taiwan studying for years now. Do you understand what Mr. Pear did? Huh? This is what Mr. Pear did to international partners. And I would say damn good international partners who are always there for St. Lucia. And many of you can appreciate the fact that your children and your families got support from the Taiwanese, either through scholarships or laptop, even in farming. And for the Prime Minister not to take his time with the information. You see a document, you don't understand it. The place for you to deal with that is internally. Not on social media, not on HTS, not on government website, not in the House. The first place you should have done was to go and gather more information. You call your international partners, the Taiwanese. Remember they had break ties with St. Lucia once? Do you remember that? And do you remember why they broke ties with St. Lucians? With St. Lucia? Do you remember? And then we reestablish relations with them? Do you remember? Also, do you remember the whole red envelope fiasco some years ago in St. Lucia. Many of you don't remember it. Red envelope with the police. And all the dramas. This prime minister, in his eagerness to say Chasney and to protect the victory, end up forcing the Taiwanese to make a statement. And let's go to that statement. And I'm going to read. We're going to take down our logo and we're going to read together. So this is Panama account issue we're dealing with. And so St. Lucia loan was lawful. This is from Taiwan. All right, let me just remove the telephone number so that you can see that we're not playing around here. So here it says, and I quote, "The process behind Taiwan's loan to St. Lucia was transparent and executed in accordance with the contract signed between both parties, Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, MOFA, said on Saturday amidst allegations that the money was transferred to a private bank account. The ministry response came after St. Lucian Prime Minister Philip Pear said on Facebook that he was seeking to probe how a loan from a foreign government was transferred to a private bank account. Pear was referring to 54 million Eastern Caribbean dollars, US 19.99 million in loan financing, which St. Lucia secured from the Bank of the Republic of China in 2023 to fund the Caribbean country's St. Jude's Hospital reconstruction project. So folks, one, and I heard a labor hack asking, where's the letter? Where's the communication? But listen to this. Listen to this. The Taiwanese, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, had to respond to the St. Lucian Prime Minister. And this is in the Taiwan's Times, one of their major newspapers. They had to declare, they were forced to make a statement to their people and the world that they are not in any shady business with any government. So in attempt to hang Mr. Chasney, they caused such an uproar in the international community that Taiwan had to speak up. Now, even the Taiwanese know that Philip Japet is not good for his own country either. Even the Taiwanese can agree that he's not the right man for the job. Because if this prime minister finds a piece of paper in his office and goes on the air with that paper and give it to all his ministers to flag around on social media accusing. So they thought they were accusing Chasney, not realizing that they're accusing Chasney can't do bubble by himself. He will need a permanent secretary. He would need other government agencies. He will need the Taiwan's government. He would need their ambassadors. He will need the agency that represent the Taiwanese in Panama. He will need a whole set of people. Mr. Chasney will need a whole set of people to execute such a bubble. But any prime minister who's thinking clearly would just sit at his desk and conclude that, nah, man, I don't think it's bubble, Kind of impossible because all these different signatures and agencies had to get involved. And so let me just get some clarification on it. And if there's anything that is illegal, I will pass it on to the Attorney General. And where is your Attorney General? Did you give your Attorney General that document? What was his advice to you? Was his advice to you, Mr. Prime Minister, is that you go on social media or you give it to all your ministers to shake in the air on their platforms and in the House when you yourself said that you did not have all the information? So I'm asking, did your Attorney General advise you on that document? And if the Attorney General is hearing about that document on HTS and on Richard's show and in the House, then we have a major problem. So just like the song says, Captain, the ship is indeed sinking. But apparently it is clear that you did not have any information except for a piece of paper in your hand. And the ministry, the foreign ministry of Taiwan, they said, and they made that statement on Saturday, and it says amid allegations. So in other words, they take what you're saying to mean that they were involved in something crooked. So they're saying amidst allegations that monies were transferred to a private bank account. So anybody hearing private bank account, they will say, oh, that's an individual, somebody's private account, offshore account, a government minister offshore account. When that's not true, that's not the case. So, Mr. P, I hope you understand that you need a timeout and you need to be given some toys, because what you did was petty politics. And you did not look at the consequences, the ripple effect. And this is not the first time that the Taiwanese have gone through this with your government. It is not the first time. A lot of people will forget, but it is not the first time. So they know that you're not their friend. They know that you're just trying to get money anywhere you can get it. If Ralph Gonsalves could have loaned you money, he would have been your best friend too. If I had money, I'm sure you would have been my best friend. If I could have loaned you $200 million, I would have been your friend. So it seems to me that you're an opportunist. And you don't really want to have any dealings with the Taiwanese. Huh? Because if you wanted to have proper relations with them, you would not have put them in such a position. I think you knew what you was doing. And so they on to you. So they had their foreign minister to issue a statement. And the statement was that it was a response after the St. Lucian, listen, a response after the St. Lucian Prime Minister Philippe said on Facebook that he was seeking to probe how a loan from a foreign government was transferred to a private account. Brethren, do you understand the crisis, the leadership crisis that St. Lucia is in? Do you understand the magnitude of this situation there that Mr. Pear have placed? And guess what? He's at the UN saying that we will support Taiwan. If China try to invade, we will do this. If China says we stand, and you heard him on Sunday, his foreign minister, we will stand. And the foreign minister said, China will not attack Taiwan. Oh, no, because they know America's might. And they know this and they know that. How many, let me ask you, Mr. Foreign Minister of St. Lucia. Let me ask you, How many soldiers you have in St. Lucia to go and help Taiwan if they need soldiers? How many police officers? 1,000 you have in St. Lucia? You can't even man 100 and something people, and you're beating your mouth like you, when you say you support Taiwan, that there's something you can do. You are dependent on Taiwan. You need Taiwan $1 million to put in your distress fund. You need Taiwan 5,000 laptops. You need them. What can you do for Taiwan? Tell me. Give them your seabed? Ain't nothing under the seabed. Ain't no oil there. You were fooled. And by the way, we need our seabed back. Ain't nothing you can do. You don't even have 1,000. You don't even have 2,000 police officers in St. Lucia. Where's your army? Where's your helicopter? Where's your jets? What are you going to do? Bomb China? What are you going to do? Oh, we will stand with Taiwan. Bluffers. How are you going to stand with them? Ask them for more money? Huh? Acting like you're America, you can flex. What muscles you have? Elastic you have? You can't even control crime in your own country. You're putting your mouth in China and China business. You're a little mosquito in the matter. All the herring, zing, 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 they ain't herring you. So you need to mind your business. Yes, you need to say you support the idea. But full stop. You be careful on the world stage. Yes, you can speak of your support. Of course, you can speak of your support. But when people ask you in New York about crime in Vieux Fort, your people laugh them down and almost run them out the room. You can't even control crime in Vieux Fort. But you're bigging up yourself. Look, you have, I don't know whether from his Japan doing karate now in Vieux Fort. Huh? And this is what you did to Taiwan while you're standing in support at the UN. Yes, Taiwan is our baby. Oh, yeah, our best friend. No, they're not. You threw your best friend under the bus. You call them corrupt. You said that they're doing bobble with Chasney. That's basically what you said. Because if you said the Taiwanese transferred money to a private bank account, then what are you saying? When you know fully well that the OECC is Taiwan in Panama. They are one of the same. You can't separate OECC from Taiwan. That's their business. That's them fellas' business in Panama. And if I can get $100 million from Taiwan and they say, look, I'm going to send that money, or you got to agree, or let's make an agreement, man, to get this money flowing easier. So I'm going to put it in our account, OECC, in Panama, and you will get your hospital built, you will get whatever it is. You fellas will take money from Satan. And so you come flexing your muscles like there is so much bubble. I'll tell you where the bubble is. The bubble is the condition of Vieux Fort right now. Underdeveloped, a mess. While Kenny Anthony jumping high and jumping low and bigging up his chest in the House, in the Senate, Vieux Fort looks like they have not seen a representative for over 40 years. You have not done any development in Vieux Fort, Mr. Kenny Anthony, but you're talking about ball. You, out of all persons, remember that your administration, Mr. Kenny Anthony, were labeled, you're the ones who brought cost overrun to St. Lucia, you know. Every project that you guys did under Kenny Anthony, cost overrun. The St. Jude's Hospital was a mess under you. The contractors could not even get a meeting with you. And you want to talk about corruption and you have never seen this before? What about the Huntley fella? You want your mind, your memory to be jogged? What about the Huntley fella? What about our seabed, Grindberg and Rochamel and all them fellas? What about those? Do you forget? Do you forget that even Per himself didn't know what was happening? And that's why he don't want you in his government. Because he know you're bad for finance and you're bad for business. He knows that you're bad for View Fort, just like he's bad for Marshall. So he said, too bad people can't be in the ministry. He said, no. You all think Per crazy Per and crazy Per know exactly what he's doing. He said, Kenny, you stay on the sideline. You almost bankrupt this country. You sold our seabed. I didn't even know about it, and I was with you. You look at how you and King, look at what you all did with the hospital. Fellas, you all don't realize it is Kenny and Mr. King that is responsible for the mess at the hospital. You all realize that, right? Y'all realize that the only fingerprints you can get for Chasney is on the new building? Y'all realize that? Think about it. So when people say, oh, the Chasney administration didn't give us a hospital, and this one, no, it was only the SLP, because King was an SLP all the time. So it's the SLP that is responsible for the little huts that they have in View Fort. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Go get your police and go do fingerprints. You can get police to go in Miko and arrest Charles. At least get those same police, because they're very active. They're on Red Bull in when they want. I don't know if the Taiwanese or somebody gave them a case of Red Bull, but they have the energy now, so at least they can go do fingerprinting at the hospital, and they would see that it is the Labour Party's government who is responsible for the St. Jude's Hospital. Huh? So don't come play those kind of fancy games as if St. Lucians are so mad. We know some of them mad, but not all. We can identify the mad ones. The mad ones go on HTS and just beat their mouth anyhow and cause ruction in the international affairs. Eh? Yes. And sadly, you have... I looked at the town hall I told you in Brooklyn, and these fellas shout down one of their own fellas asking about View Fort. Shout the man down, you know. In other words, what you doing here? Get out. We do our business. Yeah. And I saw my friend Anson flexing his muscles like walking towards the guy like he's like the guy. I mean, what is this, Anson? Since when we don't know that when a prime minister travels to a country and he has a function, a town hall meeting, that it is for the St. Lucian people and not the SLP people? Since when we don't know that anybody can show up and ask questions to the government of St. Lucia? Since when we take those events to mean that it is a SLP banquet? Since when? And don't tell me the SLP, the UWP did it, because if they did it, it's wrong. When you have an event, it's to report on the country, the state of the country. And we know that the state of the country, healthcare, security-wise, and food security, it is bad. St. Lucia is in a bad state. Now, I'm saying St. Lucia is still beautiful. It's the best. St. Lucia will survive. It has always survived. But while St. Lucia is surviving, There are people that are dying at our hospitals. There are people who are getting sicker at our hospitals. There are people who are dying on our roads. There are international partners who are getting tired of us begging them for money and insulting them while we're begging them for money, calling them white people. We don't want you all white. You all don't know our culture. You're not one of us. But you're taking laptop from the Taiwanese. Huh? You up in the white man company. Guess who was securing the prime minister on Sunday? You know who was securing him? White men. The United States of America sends their white men to protect the Prime Minister of St. Lucia at an event. I would have said to the government of the United States, I don't want no white man coming to guard me. The white man reminds me of Shasney. I don't want no white man. Send black fellas to me. No. So the hypocrisy that you cannot accept your own white man who is one of you, a St. Lucian, but you hugging and kissing every other white man around the world. Right now, them fellas who at the house, the UN, kissing all and smiling with every white man, begging them for help. And if the white man had asked them to jump, they would jump and ask him how high. Fellas, St. Lucians, don't allow some of these bandits to fool you. That's what they are. Don't allow them fellas to fool you. Huh? White man, not one of us don't understand our culture. Why take their money? The money understand your culture? Your money is EC, their money is US. It understands your culture? Huh? But you like the foreign dollars. You talk about foreigners. You talk about tourism, and you there, promoting tourism to get the white man in the country, to get the white man money. But your own white man, you can't stand him. You're ready to sink relations with the Taiwanese just to get at your own white man. He is your white man, St. Lucians. He didn't make himself. He was born there. When I say born there, his parents are St. Lucians and he's St. Lucians. And thank God, you know what Mr. Pear announced on Sunday? That those children who were not born, listen to the hypocrisy, children who was not born in St. Lucia, but they were born to St. Lucian grandparents, they automatically will become St. Lucians. Bunch of hypocrites. For what? For you to come and call them white men that don't know our culture and curse them off when they want to serve their country? That's why. You bunch of hypocrites. Hypocrites. Listen why I'm telling you, and I'm mixing it up tonight. I give you a bouillon. You know why I give you a bouillon tonight? Because them fellas don't keep a records of what they say. They really don't. So let's go back to the Shasney story. And by the way, Mr. Shasney has a beautiful story of his horse and how he was part of the St. Lucian culture. He was part of the development of St. Lucia. His father, he was back and forth from Castries to Soufrière on a boat. And he had his nice little horse. And he went and ride the horse and all his backside got bruised. Huh? tout festly te bruise up. And he went in the sea. He understand. But you have been telling the people that he's not part of our culture. You don't know what's going on in St. Lucia when the man is riding horse. The man is on his father's boat. But now you're in the United States fooling New Yorkers, telling them, oh, all your grandchildren automatically will become St. Lucians. My question is, what happened to the white grandchildren of St. Lucians? What are you going to do with them? Give them citizenship when they come to St. Lucia to live and to serve their country. Then you say to them, you all are too white. You all don't understand our culture. That's what you did to Chasney, and now you're saying something else. And your very same Labour Party people are saying to you, let's change the law so people who are born outside cannot serve as Prime Minister. All together at one man, Mr. Chasney. Bunch of hypocrites. Let's talk. Anukoze. St. Lucians, I want you to open your eyes. And I want you to open your eyes from both parties and see that you are being played. Brethren, you were played in New York. And by the way, happy birthday to you, sir. You look good for your age. You look good for your age, man. Honestly. But sometimes I have to question your mental ability. They let money to question you because all their grandchildren will automatically become St. Lucians. Me ukadi Chasney, you're not St. Lucian enough, you're too white. And then your people are telling you, don't let them be Prime Minister. Oh, don't let them be Prime Minister. Let's put laws in place. So nobody will be St. Lucia. Those who are not born in St. Lucia, they can't serve. How is that going to work, friends? Bon Dieu, bon. Bon Dieu, pardon me. Il va coucher. Il va boire café. You know why I say that? Because life is so funny that my daughter can marry a white man and have white children. Them same politicians can have white grandchildren. May your pa touche ça. This will be when that Adventist guy last year asked Philip Japan if he will change the law so that people who were not born in St. Lucia would not be Prime Minister. Philip Japan just go in the pa touche ça. No pa touche ça pièce. You understand what I'm saying, friends? You are being played by your local politicians. Huh? Okay, so we have a little news there that somebody asked to bail Mr. Marvin Charles, and the police said he has to sleep there. Okay, so we will monitor that. We'll monitor that situation. I'm not sure why they could not have bailed him, but they have a holding time anyway. 40-something hours, I believe. I hope that they can hold all the other criminals for that long. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, man. So let we finish the story, you know. So yeah, man. So the Prime Minister said that your children and grandchildren, white or black, will get free citizenship. So it means that he will have to abandon his idea that Alan Shasta is not a St. Lucian. Mama, me circus, si besye. Ba je mwen circus ko ha. Eh, wise me. Mwen mem. Prime Minister Mokila, hey, you got to respect the man. If the man say giving your children citizenship, whether they're white, black, pink, Indian, and he want to deport Guy Joseph because he's Indian and deport Alan Shastner because he's white. Zó hypocrite. Zó hypocrite bien. Mama, put where you clap. Yeah. But they forget Shastner. They say, guess what they said? Shastner was born in Martinique. Then another one said he was born in Canada. Shastner is not a St. Lucian. Somebody, well, his father is a St. Lucian. But he wasn't born here. He don't know our culture. Maybe you're New Yorker, this is free membership for all. Pamem citizenship, membership. By the way, you know what I suspect they wanted to say? Free SLP citizenship for all. So right now, it's not membership the SLP have. They have citizenship. So free citizenship for all SLP. You can join the SLP party. Yeah? I don't think he was talking about St. Lucia because they will have to erase all what they have said about Mr. Shastner in order for them to go in the House and debate that bill. That will be such a beautiful thing. That will be such a beautiful thing because I know, honestly, I know of St. Lucians, even in Miami, who marry white men and they have white children. When you're ex-tifi mote kotan, ti doudou bef moi, iteye. Ek madame la maye a boug blanc. So c'est ti mamay la, c'est ti blanc. C'est ti mamay la, c'est ti moun, little people, little white people. So, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. So, he will have to tell us, how he's going to do that. All right? But the breaking news tonight, folks, is that Marvin Charles was arrested by police officers there in Miku around 6 p.m. today. And he is not on bail. He is kept there for the night. And he will have to sleep over there for the rest of the night. And we are waiting for the information on his arrest. And we will be back with breaking news. And we will ask you, St. Lucians, to do something in the upcoming days. Because if that's the process there is St. Lucia, then I will tell you, a lot of you will be arrested soon. Yeah? Well, you pass arrest me because money come legal muna le side point then. Le yo fini exo. Juste Taiwanese like a kite zo. Ba ka hen pièce na pour payer pièce lawsuit. So Taiwanese like a kui kite zo right there. Yeah, pas même free laptops zo ka hen. Le mo fi dek zo. So ma did a bit teaser. Freedom of speech. I am protected by freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of association. Apanya nye. Those are fake me. Where? So put that in your little pipe. La fime pi. You don't have to smoke it. I don't want you to smoke anything. All right? So here what the Prime Minister said. This is St. Lucia loan. It was transparent. Here's what the newspaper went on. He said the money should have been deposited in the St. Lucian government's consolidated fund as mandated by the Finance Administration Act of St. Lucia, aiding that someone must be held accountable for the loans improper handling. So Taiwanese, you're having with is you will have to take back all your laptop and all your money. St. Lucia's previous government has secured a loan of US $20 million from the XM Bank to renovate St. Jude's Hospital and entrusted Taiwan's Overseas Engineering and Construction Corp, OECC, to carry out the project. MOFA spokesman Jeff Liu, said on Saturday the hospital was destroyed by a fire in 2012. The OECC is a construction company formed by various Taiwanese syndicates to handle infrastructure projects funded by the government in the nation's diplomatic allies. Based on the contract terms, the money can be sent to OECC's account in Taipei after approval by the St. Lucian government to fund the hospital's renovation, Liu said. The construction company is willing to provide all remittance details for review by the St. Lucian government, he said. Liu said that Pair had told Taiwanese ambassador in St. Lucia that the action taken by the St. Lucian government was aimed at strengthening government accountability mechanisms and financial management, aiding that Pair did not imply any concern about the loan case itself or the OECC. So Pair, so you call them fellas and say, it's not you all, it's not you all, it's just I want it's not you all. So the ambassador is saying, or the ministry there in Taipei is saying, Mr. Liu, that we spoke to the prime minister after he said what he said. We spoke to him, and the man said, it is not about us, basically, and it's just for transparency and accountability, management and everything. But he did not, based on Liu, he did not say to them that he has concern about the loan or the company itself, the OECC, which is the account holders that he's referring to. So who else is he talking about? Tenant Chasney. So, like when you in a certain situation and you tell the person, I wouldn't say some things, but it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for him. It's for him. So don't take it serious. It's not for you. It's for him. Just keep giving me your food, Give me your money. Give me your money. But it's not for you. Me and you is friend. You hear? Me and you is friend. And we'll be friends for a long time. I love you, hear? It's not you. It's for him. So don't respond. Don't respond. That's the kind of call that man did to these fellas. Any sensible person reading this would realize that's what he's doing. Assuring them that it's not for you all, It's not you all, It's Chasney. I want Chasney. So wait a minute. You said that somebody's private account. The somebody there, Mr. Pear, is the OECC account. So when you tell them fellas, it's not you all, It's Chasney I want it's not you all. Them fellas are saying, but wait a minute, it's our account, it's our transaction, it's our money. We signed a contract agreement with y'all. So you can't accuse one side. You got to accuse both sides of malpractice, maladministration, both sides of shady business, both sides. So them fellas smart. Liu might be saying, boy, it's not you, but it's us. Huh? Who you talking about? So it's not you all. So, my ma'am, I don't want to go any further with that looting, Matilla, and whatever the story is. But friends, let me tell you something. The story with Mr. Charles. Just keep him in prayer. He will be sleeping over there tonight at the house at the police station in Miku. We will keep the story going until we get the information. Again, for those of you who are joining us live, we are here on some breaking news. Mr. Marvin Charles was arrested by the police there in Miku. It is alleged that some woman in the community that he have been having back and forth with reported him to the police, stating that they're having quarrels and he's saying things that, is not true about her. And so the police went, I heard, with guns. It's not confirmed with guns and everything at his residence and took his laptop. It is alleged. We have not. We still trying to confirm that type of information. So we just bring it to you as raw as it is, but it is not 100% confirmed, and so we will keep you in the know. Tomorrow, I am sure you will get updates as it unfolds, and we will break the news. We will keep breaking it as it comes to our news desk. So keep him in prayer, and let's hope that tomorrow morning everything will be clear. You will sure to hear, I can guarantee you, you will hear an official statement from Charles as soon as he steps out of that place. You know he's going to be very loudly out there telling his story. And we look forward to the police bringing clarity also on the matter. If it is how it happened, then yeah. Okay, so things are happening behind the scenes right now. I can tell you that. Folks are very busy behind the scene. I have something here that I just got. Okay, good. Wow. So, all right, let's take one call tonight and then we will depart. Caller, you on the air. Welcome to Caribbean American News Media.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear, my friend.
Good evening, everyone. Brother Garfield, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
Informative as always. Sorry to hear about Marvin Charles. We realized that, and I'm just going to caution everybody, we realized that the government had made some changes in the method of arresting people when they declared Viewfort a state of emergency. Yes? Mm-hmm. They had amended the laws. Okay. So right now, I don't know if I'm speculating here, mm-hmm. but it would seem to me that people are being arrested for civil matters that can be settled between two persons and the police amicably, mm-hmm. or even two people and their lawyers. Okay? Mm-hmm. I go back to the Dale Elliott saga, mm-hmm. when he was picked up, and was it his mobile phone or whatever they had confiscated? Now, if it is that they've confiscated Marvin's laptop, why is that? Why would you confiscate his laptop? What does his laptop have to do with somebody calling? Well, it's alleged, because we're not sure, that someone called or made a report on him having to do with an exchange of who's what and who's who. Mm-hmm. Now, I am just warning St. Lucians to pay very close attention to this, and pay attention to who the people are that are being picked up by the police in that manner, mm-hmm. especially at 6 p.m. in the night, and they keep these people overnight. Mm-hmm. They would not let them go home. There's so many murderers out there. There's so many things happening out there, and rather than the police focus on these people, it's again seemingly looks like they're following orders from someone. Mm-hmm. They following, or are they following orders from someone to pick up certain individuals?
Mm.
And if that's the case, we St. Lucians need to stand up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brother Garfield, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to stand up. It seemed like you were looking at something or
Yes.
listening so attentively that
Yeah, I'm just following some information as you speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is one. I hope Marvin comes out of this soon, maybe tonight if he can. But if they kept Dale Elliott and we hearing again the name of did you hear the name of the commissioner of police?
Mm.
So are we hearing that there's no warrant, but that the commissioner of police gave permission to do this? Is that what we're hearing? But that's alleged.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking Solutions to pay close attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this whole Taiwanese Panama account or whatever they're trying, and I should say Philip J. Pierre, Kenny Anthony, and whoever else is trying to make it look like it is some sort of bauble or some sort of theft or something that's going on.
Yeah.
So far so that on a page Starstruck, they actually wrote something up. And I believe that in a case where Taiwan is an ally of ours who takes such good care of us like we their sister,
mm-hmm.
right? That someone should come out on the government side. I believe the Prime Minister, because he was the one whom I heard made statements to, and Kenny Anthony, and whoever else come out and apologize to Taiwan publicly and to the people, the last administration publicly, because they're putting us in a bad place with Taiwan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we should demand a public apology from these guys as they're using these little things to peddle more lies and deceit.
Yeah.
As we get closer, and I say as we get closer to an election. So they're deflecting, they're taking our attention away from all the ills that is going on in this country. And I don't even need to name them again, because everybody on the platform by now knows what we experience. We all are feeling it, so we all know what the pains and the ills are under the Labour Party.
Yeah.
Do not respect people. Do not let them take your attention away by throwing things out there and leaving it for you to speculate, because that's what the Prime Minister admitted to doing. Mm-hmm. Do not let that happen. Let's see what is going on and not going on in our country. Mm-hmm. And let's stick to ensuring the government does the things to the benefit of all St. Lucians, whether you WP, SLP, or no P. Mm-hmm. On that note, you may want to say some other stuff. So I want to say have a good night, and we'll speak soon.
Yep.
Good night to everybody on the platform.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much. Thanks for calling. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. All right, folks, let's go quickly over to Beneva Ward. I believe she's
gotten the Miku police to go and pick up Marvin. And the police from Miku are so situated. They make sure they pick him up after. Hello, everybody. This is Minerva Ward. So a few minutes ago, after 6 tonight, after 6 on Tuesday, September 19th, Marvin Charles was picked up by the police from the Miku police station. He is now at the Miku police station. picked up by 3 police officers in the Mico police station with big guns who came to effect an arrest on Marvin Charles for claims made by Roma Wilson. Roma Wilson, who has been harassing and provoking Marvin every single time. Marvin has responded to Roma a few times, but by and large, he keeps saying he's going to ignore Roma. The woman has been provoking, antagonizing Marvin. But now, because her government is in power and her rep, Jeremiah Norbert, and the government is in power, she's using the state machinery to harass Marvin, to have 3 police officers pick him up at his house tonight with big guns for what should be a civil matter. Instead, the police officers go and fight the real criminals. They are picking up 2 people from a village who have thrown words back and forth at each other. Okay? A woman who has provoked and harassed and antagonized Marvin. But tonight, she has gotten the Mico police to go and pick up Marvin. And the police from Mico are so situate, they make sure they pick him up after 6. After 6, where he is guaranteed to sleep in the cell tonight, where his lawyers cannot come to him at this point. But rest assured, UWP family, rest assured, we will not take this lying down. We will not take this silently. We will not allow the state apparatus to be used to victimize and to silence our key soldiers. That will not happen. That will not happen. It will not happen. Instead, the police go and fight the real criminals. You are harassing Marvin Charles because of a Labour Party hack who has been provoking and antagonizing Marvin. No, we are standing with Marvin. We are standing with Marvin. And you're better let Marvin go first thing in the morning. You're better let him go. Because the wrath of the UWP is going to come down on y'all. The wrath of St. Lucians who are watching the optics of this are going to come down on y'all. Let Marvin go.
Now that was a statement by Miss Ward. That's not endorsed by us here. We cannot confirm anything that was said, but that was a statement that we found over there on Facebook, and we thought that you, our viewers, would have wanted to hear that communication. Again, it is not something that we have investigated ourselves, and the facts are with us. And so we are just playing that recording earlier today by Miss Ward so that you, our listeners, can have an idea as to what is happening out there. All right. So we wait for further clarification as the minutes or the moments pass by. I am sure that we will have statements by law enforcement and also Mr. Charles' legal team, also by himself. We will, I'm sure, get a statement tomorrow. So my advice to everyone, let's just keep everything in prayer. Let's just sit back and let us stand down, wait for the information, and then you can put out a very strong statement on the matter. And I suspect all of us will at some point, as we gather the information, we will put out a statement, an official statement on the matter. All right. So please, folks, I want you to have a beautiful night. I have some other stuff to do to get done. So blessings to all, and keep Charles in your prayer and all St. Lucians in your prayer. I am not rejoicing, and I hope no one is rejoicing over an arrest. It could be any one of you, any one of us. Yes, my friends, once you are breathing, the possibility is there that you can be arrested. Okay. So blessings to all, and have a beautiful night. Stay focused. Stay focused, my friends. And these are the times that we're in. Just be careful. Let us also do our best to respect each other's boundaries. Let us do what is right by each other. Be kindly affectionate one towards the other. And so by doing so, my friends, we will have a better society where all can strive, where people can live together as one in unity, where people don't wish people dead, people don't wish people arrested, people don't wish people go to jail. And you hear a lot of that out there. People wish that one go to jail, and they wish this one get arrested, and they wish this one die, and they wish this one gets sick. And it's so sad, all the wishing, not realizing that we are only human beings too, and the possibility is there that we can get sick, we can get arrested, bad things can happen to us too. And no matter how good we think we are, bad things do happen to good people. So blessings, folks, and have a beautiful night. And let's continue, my friends, to hold strong, hold fast. Remember, yes, the ship might be going down. You better stay in it. Stay in it. Stay in it.
This is an SOS from the St. Lucia.